Are you guys ready to have your minds blown? Are you? Okay. For any Pokemon enthusiasts out there, you've already seen the title. So let me explain. Without going into great detail, there's never been a connection between the cartoon series of Pokemon and the games with the exception of Pokemon Yellow. And even then, it was a pretty big stretch to say that that was actually Ash Ketchum. Though they did implement things like Team Rocket and have Pikachu following you, it was a far cry from the cartoon series. Nevertheless, we're talking about Red and Blue. Do you remember when Giovani had commandeered Silphco in the hopes of attaining something? It wasn't really described what he was attaining. He only said he was hashing out a business deal, basically. So, let me get off track for another second and then come right back to this. Again, there's never been any ties between the movies and the games with the exception of Event Pokemon and a few events, though most of them haven't really had their own separate stories within the game tied to the movie. So again, there's usually a parallel universe where they don't intersect. But with this one theory, I'm going to connect the first movie with Pokemon Red and Blue. As we all know, Giovani is the gym leader. And on top of that, it's also shown in the cartoon show that he's the gym leader. In the Pokemon game series and cartoon show, he's the 8th gym leader, equivalent to the Earth badge. We all agree on that, yes? Good. Now, Giovani being the gym leader establishes his place in the universe. He's also the head of Team Rocket. This is also established in the movie, the cartoon show, and the game. Again, the universes don't coincide, just rarely do they touch each other lightly. So, having agreed on that, Giovani is also the Team Rocket's boss. Now, in the game, it's stated that Cinnabar Island was destroyed, or the mansion rather, was ravaged by a Pokemon. You can find the diary entries when you go through the abandoned, burn-up mansion, whatever it's called. The name eludes me, but nevertheless, I think you know what I'm talking about. In the cartoon show, that mansion doesn't exist. And again, Giovani does have some play here. In the mansion, Mewtwo is said to have been developed there and was born there and destroyed the mansion, which would make it a research facility, not a mansion at all. In the cartoon show, when Ash is about to face Giovani, Gary goes in beforehand and is wrecked by Mewtwo. As you all may recall, Giovani allows Gary to use his 2 Pokemon against his 1 to test his psychic abilities. Gary chooses Nidoking and Arcanine, and with 1 psychic attack is defeated. After that, Giovani is summoned away on business, assuming it's something to deal with Team Rocket again. You know, I'm not sure. In the movie, though, Ash defeats Team Rocket at the 8th gym, gets his badge, and moves on. However, in the movie, after a while, Giovani kicks Mewtwo to the side, saying he's a slave, and that's all he is. Now, Mewtwo didn't like that, and of course stormed off. Giovani was like, oh man, I really screwed up. This is where I think the key elements connect. Stay with me here. I think the movie occurred, and then Red entered the picture. See, I believe the movie occurrence coincided with Red actually starting his journey. And when Red made it to Silphco, Giovani was there because he had heard of a prototype Pokeball known as the Master Ball that was said to capture any Pokemon without fail. Mewtwo escaped Giovani due to Giovanni's arrogance. He thought he had mastered Mewtwo, and was able to control him without a Pokeball. Giovani never once captured Mewtwo. He only used Mewtwo. Hence, the desire to get the Master Ball. When Red came and kicked Team Rocket out of Silph, he kind of doomed the world, if you will, with me. Giovani was only seeking the Master Ball through misguided means. Nevertheless, he went to get the Master Ball so he could recapture Mewtwo, and Mewtwo wouldn't destroy the world, because no one else would have known Mewtwo's power better than Giovani. So, in some weird way, shape, and form, Red stopped the man who was going to save the world. Yes, it's a far cry, and it's quite a stretch, but I truly do believe that there is some sort of link here, where the parallel streams touch each other for an instant and then just go off into their own existence once again. Never to connect, never to coincide, just to randomly touch certain areas and then leave again. I'm Protomario, and I'm signing out, and this has just been another random Pokemon theory that I've thought up, and I thought you guys would enjoy it. If you have something to add to the discussion, please leave your comments in the section below. And once again, I appreciate you guys viewing my videos. Thanks for watching, and, of course, happy gaming.